Welcome to Stock Tank Pool Authority. Over 4 years ago, we installed our stock tank pool and then brought you the first stock tank pool DIY on our blog, Hey Wanderer. Since then, we have built decks, benches, tried out new products, created stock tank pool stickers, and installed numerous stock tank pools for people all over the South and Southeast. We provide tips, tutorials, and tours on our website and curate lots of inspiration over on our Instagram account at Stock Tank Pool. Alright guys, today I'm going to be turning our heater into a different kind of heater. Actually, I'm going to hook up a different pump so the heater can run by itself. So I'm going to be drilling some holes into the pool. In order to do that, I need to drain some of this water out. I'm not going to drain all of it because I don't want to have to refill all of it, and I don't need my holes to go all the way at the bottom. So I'm probably going to drill to it's a third full. Our pool, we just leave water in it when we're not using it in the winter. It's full of leaves because there is a tree right above it. I'm going to take those out today at some point. I'm actually going to go ahead and sweep all the sides down, and then I'm going to drain some of this water so that I can drill the holes for the new heater system. Okay, this is the little hole where our pump is. So this is unhooked. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the plunger valve on. Water's started coming out, and that's going to drain this water. So this is the way the part comes. It is a ball valve attached to the outlet piece, and we are going to take these apart. And then this part is the outlet by itself, and we're going to take it apart right here. When you take the little nut off of here, there is a little rubber seal right here. You're going to leave that on. I'm going to put some sealant here and push that down, and then here before I stick it through the pool. And then I will put a little bit on the outside before I screw the nut on. So I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes, and then I'll show you how to put these in. Okay, I'm having to crawl under the deck here, but I've pulled our insulation back over there, and that's where I'm going to drill the holes. And don't forget your safety goggles. I've drilled some pilot holes. Yes, we have some rust. I will be dealing with that when it is warmer outside. And with these pilot holes, I'm just going to take the hole saw that has the arbor in it and drill the actual hole for the outlet. And then I'm going to take this hole saw and drill the right size hole. You can see that I have two holes right there. Be careful if you have to pull this off. Just kind of make it go back and forth until it comes off. It's getting warmer outside, so this is starting to melt. There we go. This has really sharp edges, so just be careful when you're dealing with that. It's better to wear gloves when you pull that off. And you can take a metal file if you want to really get that clean cut. But I'm about to install the part right on top of it, so it should be fine. So some people say that putting sealant on here isn't necessary, and while I wouldn't say that it's a necessity, this bottle costs like $3, and it's just a good insurance that if something fails, this is just a good insurance policy, and it only costs $3. So the sealant is going to fill any cracks that may be there if your pool has some kind of blemish right where you are putting your outlet. When you keep these for a long time, it starts drying out in there, and I just couldn't get that out of the tube. So grab yourself a new one if you're starting fresh. I grabbed a clear silicone that's brand new, and I just cut the tip off. That other one was kind of having a hard time coming out. So I'm gonna finish this with clear, and then the other one will have clear on it, and hopefully we won't have that much of a mess. All right, we're going to pop this through the hole, and since I have to crawl under there, I'm going to go ahead and put the other outlet in first, and then I'll crawl under there and we can screw this on. Okay, I just wanted to show you one with the clear. It's a little less messy. Let's go on the inside and finish up what we can. So I have this extra piece. All the things you need to do this will be listed below, and we'll have a blog post about it on our website. So these little parts are going to go inside of the plunger valve, and then this part of the plunger valve is what goes on the inside of the parts that we just installed right there. So I'm going to take this tape, and I'm going to wrap all of this. I'm going to wrap all of this and attach them out here so that when I go put this in, everything is just ready to go. All I'll have to do is twist it in. Alright, so I have the tape on here, and basically all you do is wrap this around really tight, and you need to have it going the right direction so that when you thread this on, the tape isn't coming up. But honestly, I've had it where it's going the wrong way and I still do it and it's fine. Okay, so if you get too caught up on this, just make sure that you get it on here tight. Let me see if I can pull it open when you're putting it on to kind of tighten. Oops, not that tight, but kind of pull it tight so that you can still see the ridges. Okay, then we're gonna just get it in here. All right, I got all the parts assembled. Now let's put these on. First, let me add some sealant right around the edge here. Right, and it's kind of a mess just because I'm doing this on my side with my left hand, but we're going to screw this on, and you can just hold on to this while you tighten this, which I can't do because I'm holding a camera, but I will do that once I put this down. All right, and it's tightened. I kind of cleaned up the sealant because I put way too much on there. Also, just remember this nut goes counterclockwise when you're putting it on. The actual pool installation that we do goes the other way, it goes clockwise. So just note that. You're not doing it wrong, that's how it goes. So now it's time to put this end in here. And this is what it looks like. So right now, this is the plunger valve open. So I'm gonna turn it actually this way to close it because I'm actually gonna start filling the pool up with hot water while I hook the rest of this up. So that's what that looks like when it's closed. Also, when you're twisting this on, this whole thing like attached to the pool might turn, and you can just hold on to it. It's not a big deal if it starts turning. Just make sure that you re-tighten this nut so that that is still good and attached. So I'm going to finish this one, and then I'm honestly probably gonna go inside because it's so cold. I might start filling the pool back up with warm water so that that frozen stuff melts and we can turn the pump on and try to clean the water. All right, so this is where the holes are. So I'm going to install the pump right on this leg thing right here on the inside so that it's covered. And I need to measure from here to there how long this needs to be. So I need 3 cuts of this. So I need a cut from the bottom outlet to the pump, and then the pump to the heater, and then the heater back to the top outlet. So really I'm only going to measure the top and bottom outlet pieces right now, and then I'll measure once I get that pump installed. I'll install this side, but right now this is hooked up to a water hose, and I'm going to turn the water on and just pour the shower. Actually, I might just take the shower head off and put it in there so that it starts putting hot water in there and hopefully melting the rest of that ice in there. And then I'm hoping it'll just get warm enough where all the water will warm up a little bit so we can start running the pump and try to get this clean. And then once it's full, I'll attach the pump to the heater, the permanent, you know, whatever it's going to be permanent, the permanent setup. And then we'll just heat the water that's already in the pool. So it'll just be pumping water out into the heater, back into the pool. And we'll just do that to heat it to hot tub temperature. And then we'll time and see how long it takes. So this piece came with the heater. And then this piece is just a hose piece that has a barb so that I can put the hose attached to it. So first I'm going to attach this to the heater, and then I'll attach the hose to it. That'll be the easiest. And then the other side of the hose is going to go to one of these outlets over here. And I'm only going to hook up one right now so that all that's happening is the water hose is going into here, heating up, and then going out through this hose into the water. We'll fill it up, and then we will go from there. The next part will be hooking up another one of these hoses from the inlet part and into the heater so that we are circulating the water. But first I'm going to fill it up and then we'll go from there. Okay, so right here, the water outlet, I just disconnected our shower head from that, and then I'm going to add a little more tape because it has become very thin, and then I will twist on this piece. All right, that guy is on as tight as I can get it. And then we're just going to put one of these rings on, and then you want to keep it where that screw part is towards you so that you can get to it easily. And then I'm just going to attach this right onto here, and then I'll tighten this. All right, here is now what it looks like. Eventually I will take the water hose off of this, and then I will put another one of these right here, but for now we'll leave the water hose on. Let's hang it back up. All right, I have it back up, and the hose I pushed on there, it's very wound up, so it's going to be hard to pull it. Okay, there is a hose, and I've got to try to get it all the way here. It's long enough, it's just so circular that it is not very easy. First, make sure you've got your ring on, turned towards you, and now let's hook her up. All right, it is attached. Go ahead and open this plunger valve so the water will flow out, and then I'm about to turn the water on and we'll just see what happens. All right guys, we have water coming out. It's going through the heater at like 33 degrees, and also it's kind of like sleeting, snowing right now. I think I see 48 degrees, so it's not being able to warm that water up very much. I actually think we're almost out of propane, which is unfortunate, but this should fill the pool up and melt that ice at least, and then maybe we can get it recirculating. We actually have 2 propane tanks over there, so once this one runs out and I see that it's really not heating anymore, I will switch those out and we'll see if we can get this heated up. Okay, so it's been a very long time since I did the last part of this DIY because we had, that huge ice and snowstorm that was happening in the south, and it was really bad in Texas. We had a little tiny less version of what happened in Texas. Basically, it made it super impossible for us to actually finish or work on anything. It's been a very, very long time since I was working on this project. I started filling the pool up with heated water, and then basically it started snowing, and then it sleeted for a couple days, and it snowed for a couple days, which is something that never happens here, but it was frozen for like a week, so we did not get to do any kind of work, which was nice, except this project was put on hold, and then we went out of town to do some stock tank pool stuff in Texas. So I'm finally back. And while we have installed some heaters on people's stock tank pools, and the filling it with the heated water is a great idea actually, and it worked really great, our pool is full. So I'm just going to connect the last hose so we can start circulating the water with the heater. I take this hose off. The only thing is that if you fill the pool with heated water, sometimes this gets really stuck, so you've got to bring out the big guns like these. So I'm going to go ahead and get that off so we can replicate what's happening here with the pieces I have over here. All right, first, since I've finally got the water off, I'm going to take this old tape off, put new tape on, and then I'm going to add this piece. I have another one of those. I didn't realize it was actually a different part, but it has the same purpose, just looks different. So I'm gonna take this hose and I'm gonna hook it up underneath to the outlet under there first, and then I'll bring it out here and try to cut it. Okay, so this is the pump I'm using just for the heater. It's gonna have its own pump, and it comes with this piece, 2 of those, and 1 of these. And the strainer, when you look at this heater, let me show you. See how there's an arrow right there and right here, and there's pointing that way. That means the water's flowing that way. So it will pull water from the pool from this direction. So I'll connect this strainer here, and then I'll connect this here. But first we've got to put on the plumber's tape on here and here, because we want to prevent any leaks, just like I did here. And then we're just gonna tighten it finger tight. Don't go too far. We don't want to break anything, because this is plastic. It's good. All right, so this is hooked up over there. And then because this is the part that's taking the water out of the pool, it's gonna go on the side over here by the strainer. So it'll take water from the pool, strain it, go pump it through here, and then it'll go through the heater. So I'm gonna hook this up right here. And then I'm gonna take this pump and I'm going to attach it right here. This is right under this piece of our deck so it won't get wet. So I'm just gonna not do this on camera, but I'm gonna screw that in. All right, now I'm gonna cut one more piece of this, and it's gonna go from this part back up to here. Just wanna stop and say that I've been trying to record this video for, I feel like it's been maybe 5 or 6 weeks now. And now that I'm finally getting to finish it, it's raining, but I'm gonna do it in the rain for you guys. All right, my trusty assistant, Casey, is gonna climb under here and turn the handles so the water is flowing. And I've got this all connected down here. Let's see, we should hear some water flowing, yeah. You can hear it. You probably can't hear it, it's so windy. But it's coming up here. Okay, I have this thermostat that I already used for our first hot tub setup, so I'm gonna use this. And I'll just be plugging in the pump to here, and then I'll show you once it turns on what it says on here. But basically you can set it where it turns on when it's under a certain temperature and where it turns off when it's reached a certain temperature. And then this cord goes in the water. That's how it knows what the temperature is. I definitely recommend having something so you can see what the water temperature is, because you definitely don't want it to get over 103, 104, which is hot tub temperature. You can set it lower than that. Like if you have kids, you'll definitely want to go lower than that, but I'm gonna plug this up. All right, so it's hooked up and you can see that the water is like 55 degrees right now, and it says run, which that means that when it's below 90, turn it on, okay? Which it's definitely below that. So I'm gonna take this pump plug and we're gonna hook it up. You can hear everything's turning on. The heater has lit. I believe that is steam coming off of that because it's wet. I actually noticed the thing had come out. It's actually 61.6 in the pool. And then we'll take a look at the heater. It says it's running at 106. It's blinked 110 actually. We're gonna go ahead and turn the gas down. We don't want to overheat the water. So this is 115. Also, I'm gonna go eco right here. And we'll do water right in the middle. So right now we've got it going, it's going back down. 102, 101. Let's go check over here. All right, this is where the water is coming out. So I'm gonna feel, this water is really cold. And yep, the water coming out there is warm. I need to go get our solar cover because that's gonna be helpful. All right guys, I am done setting the pool up. I'm gonna do a whole nother video about how long it takes for our pool to heat up, and also just some tips about using your stock tank pool as a hot tub, if you will, and more things about the heater. So if you have any questions about that, leave them in the comments below and give this video a like. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye guys.